ChatGPT is so powerful that right now it could be your best team member. It could be your most helpful team member, but you have to think of it as that. ChatGPT is not here to replace agents. It's not here to replace you. It's meant to do 90% of the work, and then you step in for the last 10%. It's here to make you a ton more efficient, get a ton more done, and just do stuff in seconds that would have taken you hours before. Real estate agents need to start using ChatGPT, and here's some specific examples of how to do that in this episode. Let's go. What is up, guys? Welcome to episode 354 of the Massive Agent Podcast. Is that right? 354? Yeah, episode 354 of the Massive Agent Podcast. I am your host, Dustin Brohm, here in Salt Lake City, Utah. And today, for me, has been all about ChatGPT. So over the weekend, my family and I were up in Jackson Hole, just enjoying the fall. By the way, now, please don't go there, right? I'm just, don't ever do this. But theoretically, Jackson Hole is the most beautiful place on the planet during late September because the leaves, the weather, all the animals that are out getting food before winter. Like it's so cool. We were up there and we had a lot of questions. My kids had a lot of questions about certain things, and we've noticed we don't use Google anymore when we have simple questions. We just use ChatGPT. And my kids now, they're like, grab ChatGPT, ask it this. They use it to create images, like really goofy, weird, weird images, but they have a blast with it. And so I use it so much now. I use it literally all day, every day, that I think it's time for another ChatGPT episode, because it's still all of us, like even myself, I use it all day, every day. All of us in real estate are still underappreciating and underusing the tools that are already available at our fingertips. And a lot of you haven't used it at all. Like you've never used ChatGPT. And I get it. I understand the whole AI conversation. I know it's freaky. I know it's kind of scary. I know that eventually one day, maybe it's 10 years from now, maybe it's 150, I don't know, maybe never, it'll end us all. But what, are we just going to not, like, imagine when the iPhone came out, if you were like, you know what, I'm just going to use landlines. You guys can all use that iPhone thing. That's creepy. I'm going to use landlines and fax machines. How long would you have lasted in this industry? Of course, all of us, you right now are probably listening on your damn phone. Of course. So imagine not, like I think it's going to be very soon that you're going to be looked at as just out of your mind. You're going to be looked at as one of those agents who still faxes offers if you're not using ChatGPT. And here's something I've heard from a bunch of different people, quoted in a few different ways, and I think it's so spot on. But I believe, at least in the near term, and even the medium term, AI is not going to replace real estate agents. But agents who use AI and know how to use it and harness it, those agents will replace agents who don't use AI. I firmly believe that. So I'm going to give you some ideas today on what you should use it for. I'm going to give you some specific examples, because the last time we did a ChatGPT episode, that was a few versions ago. It's gotten dramatically more powerful. By the way, guys, I know there's so many other tools. There's so many different platforms that take ChatGPT, that take Claude or Llama or one of these other models, these AI models, Gemini, if you will, Google's version, and takes it, and it can do so much more. Of course, a lot of that stuff you've got to be an engineer, like you have to be a coder to know how to do that shit. I do not. That is way over my head. So I know the vast majority of you, if it's easy, if it's in an app and you know how to use it quickly, you'll use it. And so that's what I'm going to focus on, is what is available right now to all of you for free with ChatGPT and what you can do with it. Before we get started, as I'm recording this, Ignite is next week. It starts on Wednesday, October 9th, my Team Builder Summit in Salt Lake City, Utah, October 9th and 10th. We still have some tickets available. If you are anywhere near the Salt Lake area, if you can get your butt to Salt Lake, go to igniteslc.com. Even better, shoot me a DM. Like if you're anywhere near and you're like, hey, I really want to come to Ignite, just send me a DM and let's figure out how we can get you there, because I believe that this event is going to be the most impactful one I've ever done. And I'm excited about it. I'm also more stressed out than I've ever been in my life. Not really, but kind of feels like it at the moment. because I give a shit, and it's going to be great. And there's just a lot of details. So I have a newfound respect for anyone that does events of any size at any level, especially bigger. I mean, I'm doing a small event. Like, this is a small mastermind style event, more intimate. This isn't like 100, or 500 people. The amount of planning that goes into it is mind boggling to do it well, right? To do it right. And so, respect, respect. Anyhow, Ignite is next week. Send me a DM on Instagram at Massive Agent. If you can get to Salt Lake, or especially if you live in the Salt Lake area, shoot me a DM and let's figure out how we can get you to Ignite, because we still have a few tickets available. And I'd rather butts be in the seats than not, because that's better. So there's that. So earlier today, I was talking with every Tuesday, I do a mastermind call for any agents at Real. In fact, we'll let you in. If you want to come into my Tuesday mastermind, it's totally open. Just let me know and I can get you a link to it. But it's for Real and any agents within Real. I do this mastermind. And today we were talking about ChatGPT specifically, and how we're using it, what it can do, and all of this stuff, and how it's evolved dramatically just over the last couple months. And so that's why I thought today we really need to talk about this. So as of today, as of October 1st, holy shit, as of October 1st, 2024, the version of ChatGPT, the newest version out, is called 01. And most people are using 4.0 and 01. And if you're using the free version of ChatGPT, you have 3 or 3.5, I believe. And by the way, let me just say this. The free version is absolutely worth using. Like, if you refuse to pay for it, or you just don't have the budget to pay, I think it's $30 a month. If you don't have that in you to pay at the moment, don't just ignore ChatGPT. Like, use the free version. It's incredibly powerful. You can do everything that I'm going to share with you today. Maybe there's a couple features that you can't, like uploading documents. I don't know if you can do that on the uploading images and documents to scan. I don't know if you can do that on the free version. I believe you can. Correct me if I'm wrong. Just let me know. But I'm going to explain. I was listening to a podcast this morning, the All In podcast, these Silicon Valley tech billionaire guys, that they were talking about just how they're using this in their companies, and this, especially the new ChatGPT 01 version. And so ChatGPT 4.0 has been out for a while and really has only been available to paid users, those that pay for the service. And I heard about this 01 and I was like, well, what is this? Like, there's a new ChatGPT, what the hell? So the biggest difference, ChatGPT 4.0, which is what I was using up until this morning, 4.0, it's a much more cost-effective and faster option for general tasks that don't require advanced reasoning capabilities. So, like, this can do sciencey stuff and medical stuff and legal stuff, like accounting. Like, it can get into super technical stuff that's way over the heads of anything that we'd ever need as real estate agents. But so ChatGPT 4.0 is going to be faster. It's going to be cheaper. But I've been trying out the 01 because it takes longer to think. It takes longer to research. It takes longer to reason and then give an answer back. So incredible. But GPT 4.0 has been, I haven't yet noticed a difference, I don't think, but I've only been using this since this morning. I'm speaking about the newest 01 version. I've been using ChatGPT 4.0 for quite a while, as many of you probably have. I'll start with this. I asked ChatGPT, how can a realtor use ChatGPT to sell more houses? What can you do for an agent? Well, here's what it says, right? This is just the cheap, lazy web version that I'm going to get you. And then I'm going to give you specific examples of how I use it in my daily life, how I used it this weekend when I was on vacation to do some budgeting and accounting for me, and how I believe you can implement this into your daily business use to speed things up, to accomplish more, to be more productive. And it's incredible how much you can do in a short period of time when you know how to use ChatGPT correctly. So I'm gonna share some of that with you. So what ChatGPT says to use it for, if you're a realtor: creating property descriptions, generating social media posts, composing email campaigns, writing blog articles, preparing scripts for videos and virtual tours, answering frequently asked questions, designing marketing materials, personalizing client correspondence, developing training materials, planning community or client events. Yes, let's talk about the property descriptions. Now, this is what we were using ChatGPT for when it first dropped. Most agents were like, I'm going to use it to write listing descriptions, as you should. But it's even cooler than that. Like, you used to have to say, write me a listing description, write me an elegant or, an exciting or a detailed or a fun listing description for a property that has 4 beds, 2 baths, half an acre, a swimming pool, a 2-car garage, right? And you had to describe the property. Well, now, because it has access to the internet, interesting, meaning property records and all that, you can say, write me an engaging or powerful or fun or energetic listing description for 123 Main Street. It pulls the property information, it writes it. If there's something inaccurate in it, you say, well, now rewrite it for 5 beds, 4 baths, if maybe they didn't have that correct. That's easy. Where I love to use it is to get ideas for content. I want you to think of ChatGPT as your marketing assistant, right? The smartest marketing assistant you could ever hire, that when you're stuck or when you're like, okay, what do I do a video on today? Like, I need to do an ebook. What should I create? Like, what should the content of that be? You just go to your smart, brilliant marketing assistant. You're like, hey, what should I do? That's ChatGPT. I want you to think of ChatGPT as a team member. It's an assistant, yes, but it's a valuable part of your team if you use it correctly and you know how to prompt it. So I'm going to give as many specifics as I can on how to prompt it, right? If you're just asking a question, like this weekend in Jackson Hole, we were driving along, we saw some moose, we saw some elk, and my kids were like, do moose and elk get along? Well, if you ask Google that, it's probably just going to give you a list of bunch of websites to then go find the answer. ChatGPT, we asked, do moose and elk get along? It gives you an exact answer, no or yes, here's why, here's some context. Like, it actually answers you as if you were to ask your smart know-it-all friend. Your ChatGPT is like your smart know-it-all friend who knows marketing, that knows freaking everything, that's going to help you grow your business. So generating social posts. There's no reason, like if you don't know what to post on social, I'm telling you, you're being lazy. There's no excuse to not know what to post. All you've got to do is go to ChatGPT and say, you are helping a real estate agent, or I am a real estate agent, and I'm trying to accomplish X, Y, or Z. I'm trying to reach home buyers who are relocating to my area that are they have growing families, they need more space, they've never lived in this area before, right? So you describe the situation. What are some of the most common pain points that those types of buyers have? And it gives you the pain points. Great. Now you know what to speak to in your content, right? Well, you can take it a step further. You say, write me 10 tweets, write me 10 thread posts, write me 10 Facebook posts, write me 10 ideas, or 50 or 1,000, right? Whatever number you want. Give me 1,000 ideas for Instagram videos that I can do that speaks to those pain points for that particular buyer, right? You talk to it like a human. If it gives you a bunch of stuff, you're like, cool, now give me some video scripts for that. That's basically what you do, because it remembers what it just told you, and then it just adds to it because it's an ongoing conversation that you're having with this AI. So I've used this so many times. It's like, hey, I'm trying to reach real estate agents who are entrepreneurial, who are they're burned out, they feel like they're hitting a ceiling. They're blah, and I describe the type of agents that I work with and who I can really offer help to. And I said, give me some video scripts, give me some post ideas, give me some tweets, and then you can always follow up and say, make them more charismatic, or give them more personality, make them less formal, make them less professional, add some fun to it, make them shorter, make them more concise, make them longer. It gives you everything you need. And then you put the personality into it. You give the passion and the energy behind the delivery of the content. ChatGPT gets you 90% of the way there. You step in for the last 10% and actually perform it or create it. Just incredible time saving. It can write copy, emails, blog posts, you name it. This was pretty cool. So with ChatGPT, you can take any screenshot, any image, any document, and upload it. It will scan it. So, for example, if you get a contract, you get an offer, right? or maybe you're a new agent and you don't quite understand the nuances of your purchase contract, especially if you're in California and there's like 872 pages to your purchase contract with all the addenda. You upload the file and you say, summarize this for me and explain it to me like I'm 12 years old. And it does, right? You could say, summarize it for me, and it may say a bunch of shit that's over your head or doesn't make sense. So you just take it a step further and prompt it by saying, explain this to me like I was 12 years old or like I was in high school. Explain this to me like I'm in first grade. And it will dumb it down as best you can. Summarize this offer that I just received. What are the main points, right? If I was a seller, what would be most concerning to me or of interest to me in this purchase contract? And it'll help you become a better agent in terms of understanding and how to communicate, right? How to educate others, how to advise. So super powerful tool there. But the other day I was, we were up in Jackson Hole, and when you're on vacation, there's a lot of transactions for food and, this, that, and the other thing. And so I looked at my phone on my lock screen and I had all these Amex notifications. Like there's this for coffee and this, blah, 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 all the stuff. And so I took a screenshot. I uploaded that screenshot to ChatGPT because I'm thinking, how much have I spent? Like I could try to add all this up, but I just took the screenshot, attached it and uploaded it to ChatGPT. And I said, how much have I spent? And it, boom, within 3 seconds, you've spent this much. How cool is that? Right? You could take a spreadsheet, you could take a screenshot of something, you could have your notes that you've scribbled on with a bunch of different things. And you're like, help me formalize this budget. Help me figure out how much I've spent on this ad campaign. Help me figure out how much it's going to cost to put on this event, blah, 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 blah. So you can upload images, you can upload documents, it will scan them, it can read them, even handwriting, and it's just like your know-it-all friend. So incredible stuff, absolutely incredible. Where I think there's also opportunity is when you're using ChatGPT, the general public, maybe they've heard of it, maybe not. They've certainly heard of AI, but they don't quite know what to do with it. They don't quite know how that relates to a real estate transaction, if at all, but they've heard of it. If you, in your presentation with them, right, if you demonstrate, hey, we actually leverage ChatGPT, we leverage AI tools, our team, we actually leverage AI to accomplish X. We actually know we have a system in place to leverage AI to get more offers accepted, to get your listing sold faster, to get your listing sold for more money, right? Blah, 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 blah. You're already using it to help you with your marketing, to help you with your copywriting, with your listing descriptions, you name it. Well, why not communicate that to the client? Because when you tell them that in the beginning, they're going to think, okay, this person knows their shit. No one else has mentioned AI. No one else is leveraging AI, or at least they're not saying it. Most agents show up to a listing presentation, they're focused on their stats. They're focused on like, here's what I've done. Not to say that's not important, but if you demonstrate that you are cutting edge, you're up to date, you know the latest technology, and you'll use it to their benefit. You will use the latest technology available to their benefit, and they don't have to know how to do it. They don't have to know how any of that shit works. That's your department. That's going to make you a more attractive agent. You're going to be more hireable just because you use it and you communicate the fact that you do to your potential clients. There's such a big opportunity with that. Put it in your marketing. Do some videos about, today, I'm using ChatGPT to optimize this listing description or to figure out, how we can make this better or that, and just show what you're doing in your videos so that a potential buyer or seller will see that and they're like, oh, that's cool, because they're not seeing other agents do that stuff. I'll end with this because I'll end with where I started. I believe ChatGPT and AI in general, it's not going away. We're not putting the genie back in the bottle. We're not all of a sudden going to reverse course and be like, oh, we're not going to go down that road. It's too late. It's happening. This technology is available right now for free. You can use it. Using it or not using it is a choice. I'd encourage you to make the choice to use every available advantage that's sitting there for you. Use every tool available. Use every advantage that you possibly can to help you do more, be more efficient, be more productive, get more business, do better content. Why wouldn't you use all that? If you've drawn a line in the sand that says, I'm never using ChatGPT, it's not for me, there's a certain point where you're just going to be so far behind, you don't even know where to start getting caught up. So please don't be that person. Don't be the one that's like, I'm not going to use that internet thing. I'm not going to use that smartphone thing. I'm going to use the fax. How does that work out for the agents that send offers through fax, right? When literally no one ever receives the offer, because who the hell has a fax? Like that's a real question. Who the hell has a fax? I don't know. They do. So you should be optimizing in every way possible. So I firmly believe that agents who use AI, agents that are dipping your look, if you just dip your toes in for 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, you start asking it a question here, a question there, and start to learn and get used to it, you're going to start to realize, oh, I can use it for this, and I could also use it for this, and for this. You're going to find all these other situations where all these other places that you could apply that technology to help your business, to help you accomplish a task or do something, or to, I mean, it really is like offloading a bunch of work to a team member. Agents who leverage AI will absolutely replace agents that don't. I don't think AI is replacing agents anytime soon. I don't see that in the near future. I believe one day eventually that's theoretically possible. Who the hell knows when that is? I don't. But with what's in front of us right now, this technology exists today. I'm using it today. Your competitors are using it today. I'm going to use it again tomorrow, and it's going to get better, and they're going to release new versions, and it's going to do more. Like it, my kids use it. They love just telling it to say that they love telling it to create the most ridiculous images, like, draw me a flying blue unicorn with a football jersey on, flying over the Eiffel Tower with blue poops falling out of its butt. And it draws it. And then the kids laugh. I mean, it can do so much. I don't think you'd use that image as a marketing piece, but I mean, imagine if you had to visually illustrate a certain situation, a certain view, and put certain people or things in certain places. Weird. What if ChatGPT could do that for you within seconds? This is available now. Please stop fighting it. Obviously, I have no skin in this game. I want you to win. I want you to succeed. If you're listening to this show, you want to succeed. You want to be better. You want to grow. You want more for yourself. You see yourself as an entrepreneur. Well, damn it. Stop avoiding certain tools that are here to help you. And if you're using it sometimes, start using it more. Figure out what else you can do. And if you have no idea where to start, go to YouTube and say, how should I use this? What are some ways that I could use this to make this listing sell faster? Ask the technology how to do it. And if you get really good at prompts, just like there's an art to Googling, right? My wife, bless her heart, I don't know why, but like I believe I have a talent, a natural ability to Google stuff in a way that gets answers or gets my results pretty quick. Like I just know how to Google shit. Some other people, like they have to ask something. They're like, well, that's not it. And it just takes them a long time. And it's because they're not asking the right things. They're not prompting Google the right way. ChatGPT and AI is exactly the same. It's no different. If you can learn how to prompt it, if you set the table, if you tell it what you want from it, you tell it what you're trying to do, what you're trying to accomplish, what the outcome is that you're looking for, let it fill in the rest. When you learn how to be a great ChatGPT prompter, like that's a skill, a very valuable skill. Start building that skill now. It's just going to become more and more valuable in the future. And if you're a Massive Agent Society member, oh, and by the way, like, I guess I can say this because this episode drops the day after my big Freedom Blueprint webinar. The Massive Agent Society 12-week business accelerator, it's open. We just launched it, massiveagentsociety.com. As a member, one of the free bonuses that you get when you join our business accelerator, one of the free bonuses is this ChatGPT prompt suite, where we have dozens and dozens and dozens of ChatGPT prompts that you can copy and paste, and just rather than trying to, I just want the learning curve to be short for you. I'd rather just say, hey, here's a bunch of things you can ask it to do. Go copy and paste. And then you can learn that way rather than trying to figure that shit out on your own. So if you're a member of the society, if you're a member of the Business Accelerator, it's in your bonus section right now. And if you were not there on the webinar, if you were not there when I unveiled what I've been working on for so many months now, the new Massive Agent Society 12-week Business Accelerator, taking you from solo to business owner in just 90 days. If you haven't seen that yet, go to Massive Agent Society for more information, and you can get signed up there. Much more to come on that, because my hell, I'm packing it full of value and just giving you a step-by-step guide on exactly how to go from where you're at now as a solo agent to a business owner, to having a business, to having a real estate company, a real estate sales business that scales itself so that you can start working less and it starts selling more houses. There are certain steps you can take. I'm going to show you who to hire first, who not to hire first. I'll show you, how to get the accounting and the money figured out. Hell, here's my, I'll just tell you. It starts with a mindset reset. You have to get your mind right. So we start with that, helping you transition from a solo agent to a team leader. We're going to show you the different types of the benefits and the challenges of building a team. And I don't necessarily mean sales team. I just mean you have people or systems, ChatGPT, around you that do work for you, right? So you can accomplish more in less of your own personal time. We talk about the different structures that are available to you as an agent. This is my favorite one. And we go into this week 3, the structures, defining roles and responsibilities, different ways to structure your quote unquote team, crafting a team around your lifestyle, not the other way around. The key people required, when to hire them, how much to pay them. We talk about team building, how to get clients for your team, how to scale lead generation, monetizing, adding revenue streams to what you're already doing. There's so many different ways agents can make money on the transactions that you're already doing. We have a whole week, a whole module, if you will, a whole section devoted to all the different things you could bolt onto your current business model to make a crap load more money without selling more houses, like in the same transactions. Marketing, money, systems, leadership, scaling, training. MassiveAgentSociety.com is the tip of the iceberg. Hope to see you there. I hope this was helpful. If you haven't yet, download the ChatGPT app. If you are a desktop user, I use the ChatGPT Chrome plugin. It just makes it a lot easier, a lot faster. It's always right there. I don't have to then go to the website and do all the bullshit. So use the app on your phone, use the Chrome extension on your desktop or laptop, and just start using the crap out of it. I cannot tell you how much time it has saved me. It's hard to even calculate how many hours ChatGPT has saved me over the last 3 months. It's crazy. Thank you so much for listening. If there's a certain, I'm curious, reach out to me on Instagram, send me a message, and let me know what your favorite use of ChatGPT is. How are you using it? Are you using it to generate videos? Are you using it to, there's so much you can do to generate videos and all this for marketing and for ads. I'm not even going to get into that because that requires some extra tools. But let me know what your favorite use of AI tools is. Shoot me a message on Instagram @MassiveAgent. Thank you for listening. Please share this with anyone who needs to hear this. I'll be back next week. Thank you so much, guys. Take care.